Pat Farmer, well, he is still smiling. This man is 61 years old. He's been running for more than 6 months, and some of those days in that 6 months, he was running 100 kilometres a day. Sorry, Ned Brockman, but this guy leaves you for dead. Look at him. He's quite tanned because, as you can imagine, the circumstances of which he's been running through the desert under searing heat sometimes, but he's had all the elements. He's had rain, sunshine. Don't even know whether he's had hail, but he's had some pretty trying conditions. And he's had a few fellow travellers along the way. The treasurer, Jim Chalmers, at one stage joining him in Brisbane. Anthony Albanese hasn't been running, but there he is in Uluru. Our own Kenny Heatley ran with him at one point, and Pat Farmer has met thousands of people along the way. He is not telling people how to vote, but he's just getting out there advocating for what he believes. Let's listen in.
Continue, my absolute inspiration. Absolute.
Have some water.
All right, media, please step back this way.
Feels like a long time ago for me to run.
Okay, we might
encourage you to go across a couple of red lights. He goes, no. You must remember your time in Parliament. We can't do that.
But I was secretly enjoying the break.
About the effort of this.
there we have it.
An inspiration. Pat Farmer, I had the privilege of serving with in Parliament when he represented the Liberal Party as the member for Macarthur. He was a good bloke then, everyone liked him, but wow, what an effort. 14,500 kilometres or thereabouts?
Well, thereabouts, a little bit shorter than that. We've come directly to the point, but it's a big country, a hell of a journey, and but one that's probably the most worthwhile journey in my life. And I think, of course, Prime Minister, you would understand this. You get a unique set of skills from being a Member of Parliament, and to combine that with the skills I'd picked up from travelling the world as an athlete, as a runner, and then to be able to bring both those things together for such a worthy cause is really, I feel this is my purpose. This and everything I've ever done in the past has added up to this point in time.
You must be looking forward to a break though, Pat.
Yeah, this body is very old and very tired now. It aged a lot,
We'll let you fly home.
Yeah, in particular the run up from Adelaide through to here was mentally excruciating, because I felt like I'd finally gotten to the finish, but there was still such a long way to go. But I have to say, when I crossed over the 40 k's to go mark yesterday, and I could see Uluru in the distance. I got my first glimpse of Uluru, this crimson, beautiful rock on in the distance. I broke into tears. I just couldn't believe that I was finally at this destination, and there is something very spiritual about this place behind us. There's no two ways about it. It's like my eyes connected with my soul when I saw it, and I felt my purpose of life.
Pat, did you ever think you wouldn't make the distance? Was there a moment where you thought this is just going to be too tough?
There was never a moment when it ever crossed my mind of not finishing, but there was many moments when I wanted to stop. But this purpose was beyond anything that this body could throw at me.
PM, an inspiration?
An absolute inspiration for a guy who's run over 14,000 kilometres. What we're hoping Australians do isn't run 14,000 kilometres, just walk a few feet into a polling booth and write 3 letters, YES, on the ballot paper to say yes to the request that came from Uluru back in 2017. A gracious request just to recognise our first Australians in our Constitution and give them a voice through an advisory committee. That is nothing to fear, everything to gain here. And Pat Farmer has shown an absolute inspiration. He must have spoken to tens of thousands of people right around the country. and it's just an awesome effort from
Pat,
Pat.
your opportunity to speak to those people who are considering a no vote, what would you say to those?
Without a doubt, just simply read the question, and if you do get the time, please read the Uluru statement. If you read those two things, you can't possibly go any other way but to say yes, this is a turning point in Australia's history. It's an opportunity for all of us to make history. The fact of the matter is that our Indigenous people, our First Nations people, should have been part of the Constitution when the Constitution was written in the first place. It's an opportunity for us now to be able to make sure that we move forward together as one.
Guys, we'll push back. Thank you. Just push back, guys. You'll get a good shot. I just need some space.